So again, all of that trying to frame FBA as a group that's outside and all that stuff. Well, you got a straw man argument about a group that don't exist, and you're complaining that the non-existent group is not outside doing group stuff. Yeah, there is no group outside because there is no group called Foundational Black American. Foundational Black American, ladies and gentlemen, is a lineage of 43 plus million people. That is the only thing Foundational Black American is. It is nothing more, nothing less. If your lineage goes to the beginning of this country, you are a Foundational Black American. You don't have to walk around with a shirt that says FBA. You are a Foundational Black American by logic. You don't have to join a group. You don't have to join a cult. It's none of that stuff. It is an ethnic identifier. Nothing more, nothing less.
Dante Cal is one of these young guys, man, that they give it a microphone to. And when he has the microphone in his face, he used a lot of the old school talking points that a lot of us used back in the day when we followed Pan-African to be one black first and all the stuff. When we called out the industries, we called out a lot of these black movie makers and stuff where we have now control of our image, but they're using that control to also show us in a denigrating way, the same way that protected class does, right? That we've been complaining about for a very long time. So he's called out the Tyler Perrys. You know, he's winning on the industry, but he's a hardcore Pan-Africanist. He makes all kinds of excuses for Pan-Africans and Africans, right? While at the same time, he doesn't give Black Americans no margin for error. Anytime they can say whatever they want to say about us, but if we say something back, we're wrong. If we want to self-identify, we're wrong. These other groups can self-identify, and he'll attribute it to them being colonized and they don't know no better. But all of a sudden, we're supposed to just know better. I mean, he has a lot of very disparaging things to say. Instead of trying to come down and try to understand why the Foundational Black Americans and ADOS and the other groups are starting to identify, instead of him trying to come down and have a conversation, he's using his platform to say very disparaging things, right? He's talking like this.
You got Tariq Nasheed gaining such a following because he's abusive in his verbiage, he's abusive in his rhetoric, and he's here to divide, and his psychology is that of a pimp. All of his books prior to his Black liberation, Black nationalist, Black power movement, all his books was about being a player and a pickup artist. Basically, he was trying to teach you how to be a pimp. Well, we know the pimp, the pastor pipeline. A lot of niggas jump out the pimp and go straight into the pastor. That's the best thing smoking. But as things change, as cultures change and evolve, well, he just decided to do it in the Pan-African Black space and then dropped the Pan-Africanism. Hidden Colors was all about what was going on in Africa. All this acknowledgement of Africa. A film directed by him, produced by him. Extremely Pan-African film. What is the person who has this gift of gab, the pickup artist, the pimp, who has seen a righteous path but didn't see no money in that? Well, what do? You got to get back to pimping. But you're going to pimp minds. So what is the advocacy for? What is the abuse that he carries out? Separation versus inclusion. He wants the Black American to separate from global blackness. He wants you isolated here on your own. What do cult leaders do? They separate you. They promise you all these great things. They speak sweet nothings to you. He's gonna tell you about every accomplishment that the Black American has made, created, or been involved in. He's gonna continue to remind you and pump this false sense of superiority into you. Instead of being inclusionary, understanding that Africans have had a hand in some of the biggest inventions in this world. The mothers of civilization, the creators of arithmetic. But the thing is that that's not good for business. He tried it with Hidden Colors. It didn't hit the same. People were starting to get away from it because it's a hype, it's a feel-good moment, but there's nothing to capitalize on it. So then you get micro movements versus mass communal practices. What does the divider do? What does the abuser do? What does the cult leader do? What does the pickup artist turn African, Pan-African, turn hyper American patriot do? Separate, micro move, internet rhetoric surrounded by hate speech and fear-mongering. Black nationalism has parallels to white nationalism in the rhetoric of separatism and overlaps of the tribes of Judah that exist in supremacist groups as well. Some of the most Radical supremacists also talk about the tribes of Judah. So they think their superiority is divine as well. So if you got the same talking points as these, the Fed.
Now, you hear this young man make the excuse for them? How he said that with U.S. policies and what they do, they destabilize these countries. Stuff I've been teaching for years. And they come right over here to undercut our leaders. They purposely do it. And he says that they don't know no better. So then you're no different than the W man. You're saying that these people are stupid. They have no brain capacity to understand what they're doing. They're children, right? They're children. They don't understand the consequences of actions, right? So you made the excuse for them while at the same time holding our feet to the fire. Because you're saying that we're basically traumatized people. So now, because we're checking ID at the door, because we've always been all-inclusive. We've always had an open door, all-inclusive policy. And those same people that you making excuses for, that you acknowledge what they do. You just acknowledge what they do. But at the same time, you're saying disparaging things about us. We see you. Dante, we see you, brother. We see you. We see you. You just said that these people weren't intelligent. They lack the mental capacity to understand what they're doing. They traumatize people. The W man has ransacked and destroyed their nations. They're fleeing their countries and they come in here to undercut and undermine us. But don't worry about it because they don't know what they're doing. That's what you said. I'm going to hold you to your words. So you're basically calling all these immigrants children and babies. They don't understand the consequences of action. Then you're saying that we're wrong for not being inclusive when we've always been inclusive. The reason why we checking IDs at the door now is we want to know who you are. So that way you don't come and do what you just said that they was doing. Because it's been a detriment to our communities. And we're tired of it. And we've been calling it out. And Tariq Nasheed ain't the leader of anything. People been saying this for a long time. It's not nothing new. I'm going to prove it. I'm going to prove it in my live stream that I'm going to do later on today. Right? They've been doing this.
Now, they know this. Let's be very clear. He's not dumb. Again, these are Democrat shield talking points. Because the Democrats know they lost because of delineation. This delineation is whooping everybody's ass. And they're talking about being divisive. See, it's only divisive when we want to say, hey, we are our own unique ethnic group. We are on code with each other. We got a lot of these weirdos out of our mix, and we're looking out for our best interest. See, these Democrat shills, and the Democrats send these people out here because, see, they're upset because right now in the country, as we see, we are not being abused as foundational Black Americans, ladies and gentlemen. For the first time in a long time in history, other groups are being targeted right now. We are not. I knew that we were not going to get targeted. We are not being targeted, and they don't like that. These people, the DNC, they don't like that. We are not being targeted. We got on code and said, hey, wait a minute, no. We ain't about to jump out here on the sword for everybody. So now they got all of these federal militarized police out here. And you know, if they've been doing all this training, they got to release some of this training on somebody. So it's always supposed to be us. They done all this training, so they got to release on somebody. So it's supposed to be us, but it's not us. We ain't jumping out there because we let people know this immigration thing is not our fight. We are not immigrants. We, ladies and gentlemen, are not immigrants, and we don't want to be compared as immigrants. We're standing on lineage business, and they don't like that because that's making us powerful. So now we're getting on code with each other based on lineage. There is no leader of no damn lineage. It is impossible to have a leader of a lineage. Anytime people say that, they're doing it to be disrespectful, and they're trying to minimize the impact of the delineation movement because they know it's powerful and you cannot latch on to it. But people expect us, foundational Black Americans, to go out here and take all of the abuse for everybody else. That's the name of the game. They want us to go out here and take the abuse for the Somalis. Oh, they're not supposed to get harmed. Now you got white people out here getting harmed. Oh, that's definitely not supposed to happen. Where are the black people? Come on, black people. Come on out here and step up. Get on out there, Don Lemon. That's why they're getting all the Democrat shills to go out there to do the sacrificial.
And see, this is the thing we've been saying. This ain't our fight. This ain't got nothing to do with us. We're not going out there and become a sacrifice for nobody. We're not going out there and get hit in our head, knocked down, black FBA blood running down the street. It's on CNN on a constant rotation loop every day. And then now people can make their careers based off of FBA being unalived in America. Because that's what they do. Hey, we need your participation. We need you to come out here and get your head bust. You come out here and get your head bust, and they put it on the news. Now everybody's sympathetic towards the plight. No, we ain't doing that no more. We ain't doing that no more. We sitting this one out. We out of it. Because remember, we're the ones connected to America. We fought in all the wars. We the ones fought to get things liberated in this country. So when something happened to us, of course it's going to go widespread. Which you guys know. So you need us. You need us to be a sacrifice for you. We ain't sacrificing for nobody no more because we already did that. We already was had an open door policy. Anybody could just come in and stick their arm in the window and take out, but don't have to put nothing back in. Anybody can come in and just be black. So now I get it. Now, you know what? I woke up. I get it. When we say we're black, there's a culture and a history that's connected to our blackness here in America. When other groups come here, they're not connected to that. So I know black. Okay, you know what? Cool, I get it now. Yeah, you're no black. You're Dominican. You're Haitian. You're this. You're that. Because you're connected to your nation where you come from. You're Nigerian, right? You're Mozambique, right? So I'm not black. I'm from Mozambique. I'm this. You sure are, right? Because the minute I try to force you to be black, now you can connect to what we got. And you can cherry pick the things that's supposed to be for us while never putting nothing back in the pot. And then when you're not around us, you're not identified as black. So no, Dominicans, you're right. You're no longer black. Right? You're not black. You're Dominican. Stay that way. You're not this. Stay that way. We cool with that now. We cool with that. Because I get it. Because the thing is, our blackness, when we say that you're black, it's connected to us. And because we were so exclusive, because we included everybody, right? People took advantage of it. So if they don't want to be black, y'all, don't let them be black, right? Yeah, you're not black because you ain't with us, right? You want to go to HBCUs, you want to benefit from what we got going on, but you don't want to be connected to the blackness. So be who you are. But Tariq said this.
Falling on the sword, and they're trying to encourage us. We're not doing that. We're not going out there. We ain't doing that. No. We're not immigrants. The immigration thing is not our battle. They're going to have to fight their own battles. And they're trying to shame us. See, this was a shaming tactic. Y'all ain't outside, okay? This big old chubby punk looking like a human cheeseburger is trying to, I guess, convince us to get out here and fight everybody else's struggle. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. And let me tell you something. There's a play from the Democrats. They want to make us comparable to immigrants. The name of the game is to disrespect us and make us comparable to immigrants. Did y'all see the Grammys tonight? The Grammys had a few people get on that stage and start talking that immigrant stuff. I told you, every time these folks win awards, they start delineating and all this stuff. So they had a couple of people get on stage talking about immigrants this, immigrants that. Let me play a couple of clips. I'm not going to play the video because I don't want to get no kind of strike, but I'll play the audio. This one lady, what is her name? I don't know this woman's name. Olivia Dean. I've never heard of her. But she won the Best New Artist Grammy. Hold on. This is her. She got some kind of English accent or whatever. So she's up here talking about some damn immigrant, whatever. Here we go. All right. Let me speed it up a little bit. Let me see, playback speed. Y'all bear with me 1 second. Let me get it. Let me see if it works.
Thank you. I never really imagined that I would be up here, let alone nominated, so thank you so much. I just want to say that an artist is really nothing without their team. Emily, my best friend, my manager, we've been doing this for 10 years.
Okay, let me slow it down. I got it too fast. I'm trying to speed it up a little bit. So Let me slow it down just a taste. All right.
So this is for you too, and my family, and I guess I want to say I'm up here as a granddaughter of an immigrant. I wouldn't be here.
Okay. I'm up here as the granddaughter of an immigrant. Well, they get up there, the minute they win awards, they let you know we're not those guys. Always. I told you, they've been doing this shit for years.
Yeah, I'm a product of bravery, and I think those people deserve to be celebrated.
Bravery? 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 Okay. What's brave about fleeing? What's so brave about that? That ain't really too brave. Brave is standing on damn business. Brave is sticking it out and building up your homeland.
So the Democrats are trying to spin this narrative with these immigrants coming into the country as, saying that they built the country. And, we're not immigrants. We didn't come here based off the ones they brought here. We didn't come here voluntarily, right? We came here and we were forced to work and we wasn't paid. We are not the same people. We are totally different people. You have people that was already here, but they don't even count. Right? We're talking about these immigrants that's coming to this country claiming that they built something. You didn't build anything. Most of your people didn't even fight in the wars, right? You just got here last night, right? But you have people like Dante Cal. He likes to make excuses for these people and then put us in the box and say that we're like a gang. We're like a group. So he makes the comments like, well, Tariq Nasheed is abusive, and he uses abusive talking points, totally ignoring all the things that these immigrants do. Right? And when he don't ignore it, he make excuses for them because they don't know any better. Because remember, they're children. Right? He talks like this.
The FBA, the Foundational Black American, they involved in nothing outside. They ain't doing side. They on the internet looking for niggas that look just like them to degrade and call tethers all day. I don't see these no work against none of these. Nothing. All I see is calling out other black people all day. That's divisive as questioning. Where you from? Where was you born? Nigga gotta show you your freedom papers? Damn, massa. I gotta show you the freedom papers? Who is these niggas on this nag? Stevens over there trying to check a nigga blood. Wanna check a nigga papers. Sound like ICE. Another 3-letter organization. Healing and perspective, or hate speech and fear mongering. But a lot of us only know how to be in community with abusers. So when they're talking about healing, talking about organization, we start talking about inclusion, we start talking about mass communal practices. You've never seen that. That's not your experience. That's not where you feel comfortable. Claims, checking niggas' verification. What hood is this? What hood is that? Now, if we was gangbanging each other, it would be a problem. But it's not a problem when a nigga asks where you from and it's on the internet and it's on the basis of a culture that we created out of oppression. You don't want to let other niggas participate in your culture because they come over here and degrade him. And you know the business of colonization better than anybody. These niggas is brainwashed. I'm not going back and forth with no nigga that come here from another country in search of the American dream when I know the nightmare. I'm not going back and forth with no nigga that think he finna get some favor from these white people. I see you niggas that's born in America do this. Michigan head coach. That nigga ain't no tether. Stephen A. Smither. How many niggas have we seen tap dance and degrade black people that are from America, born in America? When niggas do it from abroad, I don't say it's an issue with them. I know that they're brainwashed by the system because they went through colonization over there just like we went through it over here, even Africa, because Europeans are destabilizing their countries, inserting capitalist dictators, fascist dictators in more democratic socialist societies, toppling governments, and then sending the niggas fleeing, where do they go? To America. And what do? They come through with their religious minds, with their colonized minds, and destable black American revolutionaries because they don't know no better. And it's a bunch of niggas in America that don't know no better. They only are used to being in community with abusers. We have been oppressed in this country for 400 years. Some of us don't know how it feels not to be oppressed. Some of you ain't comfortable if you're not oppressed. You've never created an idea of what freedom looks like for you. Black Americans, and I advocate for this, nigga, me and Big Cat are the blackest of black Americans. We are true to the black American experience. We are proud. We also understand that our story doesn't start here nor end here. The Panthers were Pan-Africanists. Marcus Garvey was a Pan-Africanist. All the leaders and things that came before you that gave you the blueprint to feel revolutionary were also thinking about global movements, mass communal practices instead of micro movements.
This guy is a grifter and a liar, and he's not that intelligent. and he's using FBA talking points against FBA, but don't think that we hear it. I'm a guy that was in the Pan-African space for a very long time, grew up in it. And I told you guys that Tariq Nasheed is teaching what was already taught. He just removed the Pan-African part because he saw that it wasn't useful. He saw that Africans wasn't practicing Pan-Africanism themselves. This man also made the excuse that they intentionally come here to undermine us, but then said that they don't know no better. That's what he said. But at the same time, turn around in the same breath, want to condemn us for protecting ourselves from people that don't know no better, from people that intentionally come here to undermine us and undo us. I'm going to say it again for the people in the back that's slow, because those are his words. I'm not making up nothing. He has a problem with black Americans setting up provisions to protect themselves from black immigrants that's coming to this country with the mindset of undermining them. And he's attributed to them not knowing any better. And we should just allow them to do what they do. He said that in his own word. He said that, not George Macon. So when you listen to a lot of these guys, they're not that intelligent. And he's saying that what he was teaching was all Pan-Africanism, and at some point it wasn't working. And he also said that we're not allowed, we shouldn't be teaching our accomplishments. We should be talking about Africa's accomplishments. No, Africans should be talking about Africans' accomplishments. We should be talking about our accomplishments here in America that's not been talked about. See, because when I tell you that he's not that bright, whenever you ask other black people from other places, what's black culture, they either say we don't have none, or they go to rhythm and dance right away. They don't know anything about our innovations. They don't know anything about our creations, our inventions, or things that was already invented that we actually enhanced to make it better. They don't know nothing about it. He cool. He just showed you guys that he's cool without them knowing anything about it. You got to be careful with these people, man. But Tariq wasn't finished.
In spite of adversity, that's bravery. Bravery? You bounce? That's bravery? Yeah, these are talking points that sounds like the people on top then sent down. Oh, it gets worse. Oh, yeah, that sounds like a script right there. Now, Nigerian artist Shabuzi, who's a country artist, oh, did y'all hear his award? Oh, he went for the jugular. Listen to Shabuzi. Shabuzi is a Nigerian American who does country music. I think Beyonce kind of put him on a little bit. I think she gave him some shine. So Shabuzi, who does country music, which was a genre created by foundational black Americans, Shabuzi got his award and said this, ladies and gentlemen.
As a part of this, Harvey Mason, thank you so much. I have the greatest team in the world. Thank you so much. And again, the last thing I want to say, immigrants built this country, literally.
Immigrants built this country. Literally. Literally, no. Literally, no. Hold on.
So this is for them, for all children of immigrants. This is also for those who came to this country in search of better opportunity to be a part of a nation that promised freedom for all and equal opportunity to everyone willing to work for it. Thank you for bringing your culture, your music, your stories, and your traditions here. You give America color. I love y'all so much.
Yeah. Family, they done told them to get up there and say all this stuff. Immigrants built this country? And then some of the people in the comments were like, they're like, yeah, he telling the truth. All right, when? When did these immigrants build the damn country? Well, the Asians built the railroad. They with that same old shit that we done debunked a million times over. Ladies and gentlemen, this is why delineation is important. We're not going to let the cheeseburglar, Dante Cal, sit up here and tell us we're divisive when people get their asses up here and try to erase us from history. That's done when they get up there talking about that immigrants built America. That's deliberately trying to crap on us and to erase us like we don't damn exist. Our people, and we are not no damn immigrants. We ain't never been no damn immigrants. Nothing remotely close to a damn immigrant. Let's get that straight. And we're going to continue to get straightening. Y'all not going to shame us into not checking this nonsense. We're divisive and fools going to get on national TV lying about the culture and the lineage and who did what and just create a sense of erasure while you winning a Grammy on a music genre that we created. No damn immigrant created that.
And remember, based off of them, you're not supposed to have a culture based off of what they teach. You're not supposed to have a culture. You're supposed to be just flowing in the wind. Anybody can just walk into your house and just take what you create. And you're supposed to shut up about it. You better not complain. You better take your butt down there and vote Democrat. What you doing having a mind of your own and asking for things? Who told you you allowed to ask for things? We gonna get in here, we gonna get in a circle, we gonna hold hands, and we gonna pray to Jesus. And we gonna tell Jesus to fix it. That's what we gonna do. While you being gentrified out, you being replaced with immigrants, black boys is dying in the streets, black girls running wild, nobody's acknowledging our accomplishments, we gonna wait for Jesus to fix it. That's what we gonna wait. I can't believe you will have the audacity to lift your head up out of the sand and want to declare you're something that outside of what we told you you can be. Who the heck do you think you are? You people are shiftless people, and even the culture that you don't have, that you use to influence the world, that's African. Because it started in Africa first, so we have a right to claim it. You shut your mouth. That's exactly what they're doing to us. And that's what they've been doing to us for a long time. And we're tired of it. We're tired of it, and we're calling it out. We're holding people accountable now. We shut the windows, we locked all the doors, and we checking ID at the door. That's what we're doing. You don't like it? Oh, bad. Oh, well, too bad. But y'all let me know what y'all think, man. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button, subscribe to Street Media TV, leave your comments in the comment section. And remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.